So good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. And again, there is one of the topper in our topper list, and we are going to discuss number of important points, number of important discussion with one of the topper. For you guys, is Sagnik Chatterjee, AIR 24 rank in PNI. I congratulate to Sagnik, my dear. So बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको. I hope आप बहुत ज़्यादा खुश होगे, my dear. Yes, please discuss few things about yourself before starting the session. And right now, what exactly you are feeling, my dear? Sagnik.
Okay. So currently I am pursuing my bachelor's in production engineering from Jadavpur University. I'm in my final year right now, and I am also the consistent topper of my batch as well. Nice. And as of now, I am feeling really satisfied with my efforts. And but at the moment, I'm really planning as to what my future actions will be. Like I am considering between a PSU or maybe the MTech program. So I am basically now looking forward to the future programs which are going to play.
Chandra sir.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you all. As you all know, the GATE results are already out, and Sagnik is here, who had scored very well, who had proved himself in the toughest situation. So you are really an inspiration to the students who are preparing for the competitive examination, who always give the excuses for not going to perform very well. So there are a lot of excuses, there are a lot of negativities. In that adverse situation, you have proved yourself.
Thank you.
So your achievement has become more wonderful, more important compared to earlier years, because the situation was very tough because of COVID, as well as there was a continuous fight. Students who are having to postpone GATE 2022 examination.
Yes.
तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा सागनिक कि आप किस फेवर में थे? आपने किसी को सपोर्ट किया कि गेट टाइम पे होना चाहिए, गेट पोस्टपोन होना चाहिए, या इस सिचुएशन ने आपकी स्टडीज और आपकी प्रिपरेशन लेवल में कहीं ना कहीं कुछ हर्डल क्रिएट किया?
सर हर्डल तो जरूर क्रिएट किया, क्योंकि the third wave was just about starting when the gate dates were declared. मुझे लगा कि शायद postpone होगा, क्योंकि the cases are exponentially rising, and IIT Kanpur predicted something like some kind of a model in which around the 13th the cases will peak. So what I was in the favor that first of all I was not in the favor of postponing the examinations, mainly because I feel that there is a current mentality as to how you should approach an examination, and if you postpone that examination, what happens is that your momentum gets destroyed, and it is very difficult to again get back in that preparing attitude. So मुझे थोड़ा सा affect किया था, क्योंकि मुझे लगा अच्छा तो postpone हो जाएगा, ठीक है, थोड़ा हल्का कर देता preparation. But then again मुझे लगा कि like IIT Kharagpur तो like they do not generally postpone examinations. So like थोड़ा सा like dilemma में था कि क्या करना चाहिए. Should I continue my hectic preparation or should I relax a bit? So इतना ही बस. लेकिन I was not in favor of postponing the examinations.
Exactly. Yeah, I would like to ask one question जो शायद स्टूडेंट के फेवर में होगा और बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करेगा फॉर फ्यूचर स्टूडेंट हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर गेट 23. सो पहला क्वेश्चन ये इट्स योर फाइनल ईयर और यू हैव टेकन एनी ड्रॉप?
It's my final year.
Yeah, it's a very good achievement in final year, my dear. आप मतलब मान सकते हो फाइनल ईयर में मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट की ये कंडीशन होती है, शुड बी गो फॉर द गेट एग्जाम और नॉट, एंड राइट नाउ यू हैव ऑलरेडी सिक्योर्ड 24 रैंक. यार इट्स अ वेरी गुड अचीवमेंट.
Actually, sir, what is the problem? It is only the mindset. Most of the students think GATE is very tough examination. That is the notion among the students, that GATE is going to be very tough. It is different examination. So we need at least 1 year completely dedicated to prepare for examination. We cannot do it along with our college curriculum. So that is the notion most of the students are having, and that is why students do not take the examination very seriously when they are in their college.
Yes, yes.
So what were your thoughts about this GATE examination? कि आपको लगता था कि क्रैक हो जाएगा या आपको लगता था और टाइम देना पड़ेगा? Were you happy with your preparation or what was your mindset during that?
Okay. Sir, I was not like extremely happy. I was just about satisfied. क्योंकि कॉलेज में जो है प्रॉब्लम है कि we had a recent syllabus change and our syllabus was increased. So and we were the first students to face that increased syllabus in college. So increased load of semester studies plus GATE preparation. उस सिचुएशन में मैंने जैसे प्रिपरेशन किया था, I would say it's just about satisfactory. I feel I could have done better, but then again, like I had some physical limitations. I couldn't take much more. I couldn't take a lot of like study hours, so I had to cut down a bit on that. So more or less, it was satisfactory for me.
Yes. And Sagnik, there is also one more question. You are from production background, not from the mechanical. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And I think you have scored well in mechanical also.
Yes, sir. Sir, I got a 792 rank and score was 720.
Yeah, it's a good rank because there are the number of subject of mechanical engineering जो production में रहते हुए आपने study नहीं किए होंगे बहुत अच्छे से.
जी sir.
And you have already set an example for the number of future engineer जो future aspirant है GATE 23 या 24 के लिए, उनको maximum को ऐसा लग रहा होता है कि final year में तो शायद नहीं हो पाएगा. But it's a great example for all the future aspirant कि मान के चलो आपने final year में production लिया था and production के बाद you have got a good rank in mechanical engineering also.
Yes, sir.
राइट ना, क्योंकि थर्मल या फिर स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल प्रोडक्शन में उतने डिटेल में नहीं कराया जाता जो एक मैकेनिकल स्टूडेंट कर रहा होता है कॉलेज टाइम पे. एम आई राइट और नॉट?
यस, यू आर राइट सर.
एग्जैक्टली. यस. तो थोड़ा सा अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी के बारे में बताओगे?
सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल the most crucial part of my strategy
start किया था from very beginning?
I started from my first year only, which was 2018.
Good.
Like it was from first year, second semester. So basically what I did was I mainly used to consult the PYQ questions because at that time I didn't know like how to start the traditional classroom program. So I used to refer to mainly the PYQs of those subjects which are already completed in my college, like engine mechanics was done, fluid mechanics was done. So I basically did all the PYQs. Then when I was in my second year, so I came across a lot of options as to which one I should join. So basically, so I then saw that the BYJU'S exam prep, then it was different name back then. So I basically
at that time it was Gradeup. Yes,
it was Gradeup. So I purchased the test series back then. I found that the questions were really not like they were above GATE level. So I felt that they might be like इतना difficult questions नहीं पूछेंगे. But then again, मुझे लगा कि I feel I should continue practicing these difficult questions because who knows what can be what KGB has in mind. Then what I did was I basically made a timetable, not a timetable of subjects कि मुझे ये subject पढ़ना वो subject पढ़ना, basically timetable of what should I do, like should I study theory or should I solve questions. So like in the morning I did all the questions because like सुबह के time पे दिमाग थोड़ा तेज चलता है, and during the afternoon and evening I studied all the theory. And another important thing was, which was difficult for me was that for a lot of the subjects I had problems with the concepts. Now it was just a few months ago that I enrolled in the BYJU'S classroom program, and like not in the vision course, it was a rank up GATE course.
Yeah.
So it's a rank up GATE course. So it really helped me because not only did I did what the PYQ solved, but also a lot of new questions were taken up and the concepts explained along with. So basically, my strategy towards the end of my preparation, that is in the third and the fourth year, it was that I was to solve more and more questions instead of just studying theory, so that I could know when to apply what concept.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing, students would like to know, what is the role of notes, short notes or long notes, how to prepare, or whether do we prepare, because these nowadays the notes are readily available.
Yeah,
you can get it. No need to invest time and effort in making the notes. So what do you think? Is there any use of making the notes? How was your this thought about it?
Okay, so notes preparation is an important thing. We should prepare notes. Now, what I did was, as the classes went on, I basically took a black pen and a blue pen. I actually made a structured set of notes. But then again, what I saw later was that I didn't really study from those notes. When I was solving the PYQs, I wasn't really going through what the theory was written. I was just looking for some key points alongside. So the important thing when making notes is to make some key points as to which just sums up the concept in one sentence, or say if I talk about the formulae, because in PI we have a lot of question in which we have to just apply the state of formulae. So for those, I basically developed a few like revision strategies, like okay, LHS mein ye tha, RHS mein wo tha. And in that manner I went on. I didn't make the long notes. I only made the short one-line notes.
There is also, मतलब एक question अगर simple सा किया जाए from the student side, so I think you are the right candidate जो इसका answer दे पाएंगे, Sagnik.
Yes, sir.
Maximum number of students feel problems, sir. We are the college student, we are the student of the final year, and that is the reason we have the number of problem. There are the number of assignment, number of practical, number of lab in our college. That is the reason we are not able to focus on the study. But you are the perfect example for the number of students who face this type of problem. So I'll just ask a very straight question, जो शायद बहुत सारे student को help करेगी. How to overcome this problem?
Problem is to like how to manage everything all at once.
Yeah, exactly. Actually the fear, one thing is fear कि students को लगेगा अगर मैं गेट पे फोकस करूंगा तो कहीं ना कहीं मेरा ये कॉलेज ना बिगड़ जाए, कॉलेज परफॉर्मेंस
मैनेज करें.
हाँ, how to manage both.
कैसे आपने मैनेज किया होगा?
जी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो लाइक जैसे कि मैंने बोला, मैंने टाइम टेबल प्रिपेयर किया था कि सुबह को क्वेश्चंस, रात को थ्योरी. Now it was just not for only GATE, it was also for my college subjects as well. Now what I did was, when there was a lot of things being taught in college, 5 days a week I used to do the college studies, and in the weekends I used to sit for GATE. And say after each semester examination, when there was this break period, so I dedicated all the 7 days to GATE. And in that way, what I did was I kind of juggled between college and GATE, because there is really no way you can like give more importance to one another. It depends on what your final goals are. Do you really want to crack GATE? Because if you want to get a good rank, then you have to give equal time to both. Now it and of course depends on which is more important first. If the GATE exam is coming up, so just next month, give more importance to GATE. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता कि गेट एग्जाम हो ही गया और उसके अगले दिन ही सेमेस्टर एग्जाम्स हो जाए. जनरली ऐसा नहीं होता. जनरली फॉर माय केस इट वाज नॉट द केस. सो you have to shuffle between college and GATE like this.
आपसे मिलके साग्निक मुझे एक सेंटेंस याद आता है, once a topper always a topper. क्योंकि आपने बताया आपने कॉलेज में बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और आपने गेट में भी बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, तो कहीं ना कहीं देयर इज अ कनेक्शन बिटवीन योर कॉलेज सिलेबस एंड द गेट सिलेबस. ऐसा नहीं है कि कॉलेज के लिए यू हैव टू स्टडी समथिंग डिफरेंट व्हिच इज नॉट रेलेवेंट फॉर गेट एग्जामिनेशन.
नो एब्सोल्युटली नॉट.
हाँ, तो एक क्वेश्चन मैं अक्सर जो भी टॉपर मिलता है मैं पूछता ही हूँ कि आई एम ऑल्सो क्यूरियस टू नो कि द टॉपर साग्निक टू गेट दिस रैंक, how many number of hours you used to study, and how many number of hours one should study to reach to the level of Sagnik?
Sir, on an average I used to study about 6 hours a day. Basically some days I didn't really feel like studying. ऐसा एक in a month, it would be like 1 or 2 days in a month that I just was not at all feeling like studying. So on those days I studied about 4.5 to 5 hours, and some days I used to study more than that, like 7 hours. Even one day I studied for 8 hours. Basically, there was a an exam next day. So basically, half day I devoted to the exam, and half day devoted to gate. So on an average, it was 6 hours only.
अभी पिछले बार भी हम एक मैकेनिकल टॉपर से बात कर रहे थे, उनका भी ऐसा ही कुछ मानना था. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को ये लगता है कि 12 hours 14 hours is the least requirement for cracking the examination like gate. But that is not true. That is not actually true. Number of hours is not important at all. तो स्टूडेंट्स को, बहुत लोगों को, इसलिए स्टूडेंट्स स्टार्ट फीलिंग दैट दैट एग्जामिनेशन इज वेरी टफ बिकॉज वी नीड टू स्टडी फॉर लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन व्हिच वी कैन नॉट मैनेज, and that is why students, the college going students, are highly uncomfortable in appearing for gate examination with their full effort, because they started thinking that gate is very tough, it requires lot of effort, lot of time, lot of energy, everything.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And there are the number of students who are listening to you, and if any one of you want to ask any question, feel free to write in the comment section. I'll ask on behalf of you to Sagnik. Okay. उससे पहले देखिए, नॉर्मली एक प्रॉब्लम आती है सागनिक एट द कॉलेज टाइम. ड्यूरिंग द कॉलेज देयर आर द नंबर ऑफ इवेंट एट कॉलेज. समटाइम सेमेस्टर एग्जाम आ गया, समटाइम योर मिड सेम आ गया, या कोई भी इवेंट आ गया, एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम वी फील कि थोड़ा बहुत गेट की जो हम प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं उससे थोड़ा डाइवर्ट होते चले जा रहे हैं. दिस टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम एनी टाइम यू फेल्ट कभी?
यस सर, हमारे कॉलेज में ही फेस्ट होता है जिसका नाम है सृजन, टेक फेस्ट होता है बेसिकली, एंड वंस आई टुक पार्ट इन वन ऑफ द इवेंट्स व्हिच वाज हाईवे टू हेल. So I actually had to build a robot, all-terrain robot, which would be able to cross all the obstacles given there. Now the thing was, I was really interested in participating, but then again it always मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ऐसा तो नहीं हो जाए कि like gate को मैं neglect कर दूं, कि because उस time में जब I was preparing for the competition, it was only college studies and the basic robotics for that particular robot. So मुझे ऐसा लगा था, लेकिन क्या है ना कि it is always crucial for us to take breaks, and these college events like if I talk about these cultural fests which go on, these are, I feel, sometimes necessary to attend, because if agar constantly we are studying, then there will be a point when we reach saturation, man nahi baithega, no matter how hard we try. So initially it felt that I was betraying my goal, but then again I figured that this is needed, much needed. There is also a fest called Sanskriti, which is basically a cultural fest. I also attend that every year. So it basically happens for 7 days, and I try to go for at least 2 days. So I basically do it on purpose, so that I can get a proper change of place and change of mind, so that I can again be rejuvenated to start preparing.
Yeah. So what exactly I am getting from your journey, उसमें ओवरऑल कहीं ना कहीं मुझे ये दिख रहा है कि सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं कि पागलों की तरह लगे रहो एक टाइम पे. इट्स अ परफेक्ट स्ट्रेटजी फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द ईयर. पॉइंट इज सही टाइम पे आपको स्टार्ट करना है, एंड दिस इज अ वेरी गुड लेसन फॉर द गेट 22, गेट 23, गेट 24, इवन गेट 25 एस्पिरेंट. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट की प्रॉब्लम यहां से स्टार्ट होती है दैट दे स्टार्ट टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द गेट एग्जाम इन फाइनल ईयर, एंड यू हैव स्टार्टेड दिस प्रिपरेशन फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट ईयर.
यस सर.
या एग्जैक्टली. तो शायद अगर समझे इसको तो दिस इज द मेन पॉइंट कि अगर आप सही टाइम से जगते हो, देन यू कैन एंजॉय एवरीथिंग, and you can get the very good rank in the gate exam or any competitive exam. The main issue is the time.
Slow and steady wins the race. वो कहावत याद आती है.
बिल्कुल.
Exactly. So what is your future plan, Sagnik?
Sir, आपका voice कट गया थोड़ा. Can you repeat the question?
What is your future plan?
Yes sir.
Are you going for MTech, MBA or any other PSU or?
Uh, Sir, for now, basically, I want to look forward to a job because the last few years due to the lockdown, I haven't been able to get some practical hands-on experience. I was recently placed in Maruti Suzuki as a graduate engineer trainee. So I want to first see if I get in any PSU or not. Otherwise, I will go forward with my GED job. MTech, I want to first work for a few years, then gather enough experience to know what exactly I want to work with, and then look for the MTech programs, because in MTech we need to do the project, and the project is very crucial. And based on that only, it so happens that we get placed in the company which we want to. So I want to first get the hang of it as to how things go on in the industry. Then I want to go for MTech.
You are still working with this company, or what?
No. I got placed recently. The training period will start from June, around June.
Okay, all right. One thing I want to ask Sagnik regarding the test series, the full length test. When one should start appearing for full length tests, and how to utilize those tests maximum, or to use those tests maximum to get the good marks in the competitive examination. Was that helpful for you, and what was your strategy regarding those test series and all?
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, the full length tests, initially when I used to give those tests, I used to get very bad marks. I used to get 48, 50 out of 100. I got a little bit demotivated as well, because it was only that itna din se preparation kar raha hu, so where do I stand? I do not really stand in a good place. I must really amp up my preparation. So what I did was, there was an option on the BYJU'S test series that you can reattempt that test. So what I did was, I went through the solutions initially. I found out what my mistakes were. And after a period of 2 weeks, I again reattempted that test and saw how I improved on it. And we had only one reattempt. So the improvement was, initially it was not that much. Initially I got like 48, the marks 58. But gradually I saw big leaps. I didn't really get like very extremely good marks, like above 80. But then, because like the standard of the paper was little bit above gate level, which I really liked, and which we also saw what happened this year with KGP. It was the BYJU'S, the question level, it kind of matched with what appeared in gate. So I basically used to reattempt those tests after a long time, so that I can see if I really grasp the concepts, because the assortment of questions given there, they were based on some different concepts. So I used to basically try to gather everything I could in that limited amount of time.
And your score, whatever you were getting in test series, is what only a single test series, or you have opted for multiple test series? And what was your score in the test series and your actual score? Is there any similarity, or what exactly was that?
Sir, on the official gate site by IIT KGP, there is an option of attempting those mock papers. I attempted those mock tests, and there were also a couple of other institutes whose test series I purchased. What I felt was the level of questions, it was according to gate standard. Before 2022, जो gate standard होता था कि easy and conceptual. So when I attempted those tests, I felt that okay, I feel that I can do a lot better. But when I attempted the difficult questions like BYJU'S, and there is another institute which also gives difficult questions, I felt that okay, I need to address as to why I'm getting so few marks. Now, can you please repeat your question? I forgot.
हाँ, मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि जो आपका टेस्ट सीरीज में जो स्कोर था और जो फाइनल आपका जो स्कोर है, आप का कैसा है? उन दोनों में कुछ रिलेशन है कि आपका टेस्ट सीरीज में वैसा ही स्कोर आता था, वैसा ही उम्मीद लगाते थे? It was different.
So in the PI I got 78.33, And when I used to attempt the mock subject papers, basically of PI which were there, initially I used to get very poor marks. Like it was around 40. Out of 40, I used to get 12, 13. Later, it increased to 28, and then the early 30s towards the end of my preparation period. So yeah, it gradually kind of as I progressed along the test series, it showed me where I would actually stand. So okay, almost the marks were similar to what I got yesterday.
तो नॉर्मली मतलब बाइजू एग्जाम प्रेप की अगर हम बात करें तो मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चन उसी या तो गेट लेवल के या उससे थोड़े हार्ड लगते हैं. द रीजन इज दिस, व्हेन आप डायरेक्टली जब गेट एग्जाम में जाओ तो आपको ऐसा ना लगे कि करके तो कुछ और आया था, बिकॉज इफ यू ऑलरेडी सॉल्व द हार्ड क्वेश्चन देन इट इज ओके. बट अचानक से हार्ड क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आ जाए तो ऑलरेडी एग्जाम के नाम पे ऑलरेडी नर्वस हो और ये क्वेश्चन देख के और प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. तो जनरली एज ए प्लान किए ही जाते हैं कि एज पर द टेस्ट सीरीज आपको थोड़ा बहुत कम रैंक आ रही होगी या थोड़ा मार्क्स कम आ रहे होंगे, बट जब आप रियल एग्जाम में जाओगे देन डेफिनेटली यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट कि हाँ ये तो मैंने किया है. ये कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प करते हैं. अच्छा, एक और क्वेश्चन है जो नॉर्मली स्टूडेंट पूछते हैं कि
सर एक मिनट मैं पहले हाँ एक मिनट में सुशोभान का क्वेश्चन शेयर कर देता हूँ. सुशोभान साग्निक से पूछना चाह रहे हैं कमेंट के थ्रू कि भाई कोवे ज्वाइन करो चिले बीपी ते. तो सुशोभान के क्वेश्चन को भी आप एड्रेस कर दीजिए पहले, फिर सोनू सर.
मुझे लगता है अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूं तो ये आपका फ्रेंड है कोई.
Sushovan, what is his title?
Sushovan Saha.
I think ये टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में है अपने.
हाँ.
Yes.
When I joined the BE program.
Yes.
हाँ.
I joined in 2018.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Great. So yes. तो एक क्वेश्चन है कि हमको टेस्ट सीरीज कब से स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए. नॉर्मली अगर फॉर एग्जांपल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट आर गोइंग टू राइट द एग्जाम फॉर गेट 23, तो अगर हम इस टाइम पे बैठे हुए हैं फ्रॉम विच डेट और फिर फ्रॉम विच मंथ अप्रोक्सीमेट हमको टेस्ट सीरीज लिखना स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए.
सर अराउंड द मंथ ऑफ बिगिनिंग ऑफ जुलाई यू शुड स्टार्ट अटेम्प्टिंग द टेस्ट सीरीज, because उतने सारे एग्जाम्स कवर करने में टाइम लगेंगे, and then as I said reattempting the test will also take some time. So June end or July begin.
Yes. And already आपने एक पॉइंट बताया कि मैं नॉर्मली एग्जाम लिखता था, नंबर ऑफ टाइम आई फेल्ट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. ये होता है, इट्स नॉट मतलब कि नया नहीं है. मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट आर फीलिंग द सेम प्रॉब्लम नाउअडेज, जबकि मार्क्स नहीं आते तो एक बार को मन होता है कि चले छोड़ देते हैं. एंड दिस इज द स्ट्रगल आई थिंक जो आपको एग्जैक्टली इस लेवल पे लेके आया है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग.
यस सर. ओके.
अच्छा, शॉर्ट नोट्स आपने बनाए थे क्या?
शॉर्ट नोट्स तो बनाए थे. हाँ.
साग्निक एक चीज और मैं पूछना चाहूंगा कि व्हाट वाज योर फैमिली रिएक्शन फॉर द गेट स्कोर. ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ कि पिताजी ने बोला थोड़ी और मेहनत कर लेता तो रैंक 1 आ जाता?
Sir, I would say that I am one of the first engineers in my family because my father, my dad onwards, they mainly specialized in economics. So I was one of the first engineers, and he was overjoyed when he saw my result, and he was a little confused at first as to क्या होने वाला है इसके बाद. And then he is completely confused as to what I should be pursuing. I am currently talking with him as to if I should be joining the MTech program or any other master's program. So and like.
Yeah, and they definitely feel proud on you, यार.
Yes,
exactly. और उनको एक बार बताना that BYJU exam prep पे there are the number of students who are listening to me. You did a great job, right? ना ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब नॉर्मल है यार. under 24 rank, under 25 rank लाना, it's a big achievement.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you have become inspiration to the young generation who are thinking of preparing for the GATE examination along with their college.
एंड स्पेशली फॉर द स्टूडेंट जो ये कहते हैं कि सर कॉलेज में तो हमको बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स रहती हैं, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इवेंट इन द कॉलेज, इसलिए हम फोकस नहीं कर पा रहे, उन सब के लिए तो यू आर द स्पेशली एग्जांपल। यस, तो जाते जाते जो 2-4 क्वेश्चन और हैं जो शायद कहीं ना कहीं स्टूडेंट को हेल्प करेंगे, राइट। जो कॉलेज गोइंग स्टूडेंट है या फिर जिन्होंने भी ड्रॉप लिया है, अगर उनको कुछ मैसेज देने की मैं बात करने आऊं तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू वांट टू से?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक ही मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ कि व्हाट आर योर गोल्स, डू यू रियली वांट टू गिव द गेट एग्जामिनेशन, और ऐसे कि बाकी लोग दे रहे हैं गेट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, हाँ मुझे भी देना चाहिए। आई फील दैट everyone should be aware about gate examination, क्योंकि after we do good in this examination, there are a number of opportunities for us, both in terms of higher studies, because some foreign universities also accept the gate score. Yes, and also in terms of PSUs, which pay really well. So I think that first of all there should be enough awareness about gate, and secondly, if you have focused कि मुझे gate crack करना है, तो you have to अब सिर्फ अगर मैं बोलूं कि हाँ तुम ऐसे ऐसे करो तो नहीं होगा. You have to find out कि what is your like easy spot. How can you be flexible? You have to be flexible in terms of timings. You have to give equal dedication to both college studies and the gate preparation. This was for the people, for the college students, and for the droppers, I would say you have a lot of time. You have ample amount of time, and so if you are doing job, you again have to shuffle between job and gate preparation. You have to allot a specific time each day, like 1 घंटा हो गया, 1.5 घंटा, 2 घंटा max to max, कि मुझे ये इतने टाइम तक मुझे प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा. And if you do not really, if you are not doing a job, then तो आपके पास टाइम ही टाइम है. आप एक टाइम टेबल बना लीजिए कि these are my weak subjects, I have to focus on this, and do a lot of questions. I feel that you can only be good if you know how to apply the concepts rather than just learning the concepts.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And one last question I would like to ask you, that
Yes,
might help the students. What was your biggest distraction? Nowadays, social media is going to be very problematic for the students who are preparing for the examination, because a lot of nonsense is going on in social media. And so how did you overcome your distractions? How did you keep focused for your ultimate goal?
Okay, sir, my biggest distraction was not social media, but I am really into gaming. Like I love to play games on my computer, and I used to frequently, basically, I used to give a lot of time sitting down as to what should be an ideal PC configuration. What next should I buy for my PC so that I can even improve my gaming experience? What game was released? Can I buy it? Is it cheap or is it expensive? So gaming was really a big distraction for me. But then again, I didn't remove the distraction, because gaming is a source of entertainment for me. Earlier, what I did was basically I regulated the hours in which I would devote to gaming. So like if I studied for quite a long amount of time, I used to devote at least 1 hour playing games, so that I can free my mind, I can feel rejuvenated, and then I can again start studying. So I didn't remove my distraction, I just mitigated its effect on me.
Right. So बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope the students who are watching you talking about the strategy, planning, and your journey definitely motivates the students to perform, to be there in your place next year.
Yes, sir.
I just want to ask you final thing. If somebody want to prepare for GATE examination or any competitive examination, would you refer the offline or the online classes? Means does it really matters, or how it is helpful if somebody is going for the online classes, and how he can improve himself or get maximum benefit out of that?
So first of all, I always discourage offline classes when it comes to coaching, because in coaching, we always have to spend a certain amount of time going to the coaching center, then coming back, then a little bit of time hanging out with friends. Ki parai khatam ho gaya, chalo thoda kuch kha ke aate. And also in offline coaching, if we fall sick sometimes, we cannot attend. We then go forward, okay, notes de do, main notes copy kar leta hu. Lekin copying the notes simply doesn't help when you are preparing for such a competitive examination as GATE. So I always prefer online online coaching. Like in BYJU'S, basically, there was this option of live classroom. So when I was when I got the opportunity, I basically did the classes. When I had a class, I basically I used to watch the recording after the classes were completed. So in this manner, I always would prefer online to offline coaching.
Great.
Also you are giving the comfort of your home.
Yes, what I have learned, or the students, those who are watching, must have learned that the strategy might be different, the planning might be different. The best which suits you best, you should follow that particular preparation plan. So there is no perfect plan. In my belief, there is no perfect plan.
No perfect.
What Sagnik is following may not apply to you, right? So everybody should think over it, should develop the strategy according to their positive sides as well as their negative aspects, and accordingly they should plan. So it was really nice talking to you, Sagnik, and definitely you are real inspiration to those who are thinking or who are getting afraid of preparing for the competitive examination along with the college. So you have done really brilliant in GATE, and definitely you will do great in your future. So all the very best from our entire family of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And thanks for giving us the time and your journey, sharing your journey and preparation strategy with all the students.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, and stay in touch, keep in touch.
Sure, sir.
Thanks a lot. Yes.
So can I leave now?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.